Hey, welcome everybody. We're gonna get started here.
Thank you, Tim.
And sorry for any delays.
Tim.
We're trying to beam people in from around the world, literally. Yes, Jim.
Tina said, wait a second. Go ahead.
So, thank you for your patience. Either way, you'd all be hanging out here tonight, having a drink with your friends, new friends, old friends. Yeah. And thank you all for coming tonight to Tina Stone and Ron White's farewell party. It's not a goodbye party.
And Barry.
And Barry. Barry is also... And Kiesel. So someone who is not leaving us, and not leaving Germany. Someone want to get that?
Someone help him.
He's tired of using technology. There's a song there somewhere. So someone who has left our department but has not left Germany. Ron White here is going to say a few things about a good friend of ours, Robert Davis. From Shreveport, Louisiana.
Good luck finding something good to say.
I'm going to leave for a month. Besides being a really incredible guy, he's got a unique story. So when I got here, the department was just a couple of people. Literally, I think there was 2 employees. And over time, we built the place up, and come around 2011. We had a pretty decent size. We had like 15, 20 people maybe. And we got approved to hire our next batch of people. And Shin was the nurse manager at the time, and she was in charge of figuring out who to hire and finding the CPAC. CPAC will give us a list of people we could hire from. CPAC is the civilian body that looks at applications. They don't think that we're capable of figuring out who to hire, so they try to do it for us. Then it's our job to fight with them when they give us people that are not great candidates. So besides fighting for like a year with CPAC, we finally got a list with Robert Davis on it. Robert Davis was a fireman, and he did his paramedic. And so Chin's telling me all this stuff like at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh, this is the one. So then she starts calling Robert Davis, trying to get a hold of him. It was like we spent a long time trying to get a hold of him. And we didn't know, but he had a major motor vehicle accident and hurt himself pretty bad. And but Chin was like, this is the guy, and she just kept trying to call him. And one day, she gets a hold of him on the cell phone, and he's in a fire truck, and the sirens going off, and they're going to some fire thing. And Chin's like, is this Robert Davis? We're thinking about hiring you for Germany. And he was like, oh, I want to talk to you. And he's of German heritage. His mom's German. And he's got a lot of family in Germany. He really wanted to be able to come to Germany. And he was willing to give up this pretty sought after career as a fireman paramedic, which he told me many, many times was the best job and best boss he ever had in his life with these fire engine stations and all the little stories they did. They used to put like itching powder in people's bags, the fireman uniforms. One time he put a BB underneath the little cap on your air pressure thing on your tire. And this guy's tire kept going low for the whole year. He bought new tires, it kept going low. But no one ever checked the stem, and there's a little BB screwed down. It just slowly leaks. So we had a great time at this place, a lot of camaraderie there. And we were able to snatched him away after his really big car wreck. He came out here, and his skills as a paramedic really panned out. You know, holding down some rough patients. We've had patients that would go south quickly. And he'd come in there all cool, you know. He put in IVs upside down, and you know, he's been a real asset to the pain clinic. When we first hired everybody, we hired him as both anesthesia and pain. So he worked upstairs in the OR, helping in the OR, the blood and the labs you'd have to get, and setting up the anesthesia machines and the maintenance. They had calls on the weekend. And then 2011, 12, 13, we got bigger in the pain clinic. And we're like really big now. And so then
We reverted back.
Two employees.
And so he moved more into the pain clinic, and he's been a workhorse in the pain clinic for forever. He runs the fluoro really well. And the fluoro's the big X-ray machine that these guys never learned before in their life, and they came and Tim trained them, and they did a fantastic job. Some of the places we put needles in people is like really crazy, you know, underneath the rib, between this spine and that spine, or in their brain, and these guys got to set up the camera to do it. And you know, the patients are there. There's a lot of stress. The doctors are there, but you know, Robert Davis did a great job at getting everything done. He worked hard. He was the first guy there. He took on extra tasks. He helped set up our electronic medical record system that we use in the clinic to increase our efficiency. He's just been a tremendous guy. And recently, he's always into physiology. He likes the body and how things work. And he came up to the OR when I was doing anesthesia a couple months ago, and I was talking about oxygen consumption. And little babies, they consume 6 cc's of oxygen per kilogram per minute. This is the thing. The adults do about 3 cc's. We're kind of lazy, we don't do as much. And he was the first guy I've ever known. He was all the residents I've taught, medical students, interns. He was looking at the percentage of oxygen we were giving the patient. It's measured. There's a little measuring device right at the mouth. And then it measures the oxygen as they exhale. And it was like 6%, 5% difference. And he was able to sit down and calculate, well, we're giving him 600 cc's of breath. We're doing it 10 times a minute. It changed by this percentage. And he was able to back calculate exactly if this adult patient was consuming 3 cc's of oxygen per kilogram per minute. But I never actually paid attention to those two numbers in that sense. And he did it. I was like, okay, yeah. So Robert, and so at this point, as I'm giving the plaque, Robert's going to come up. If anybody else wants to tell us good stories, bad stories about Robert, you're more than welcome to. Well, we have a nice plaque for Robert. Thanks for having me. They're out there, want to see it. So we have our departmental picture. We have the hospital emblem. We have the German map. And we have a nice picture of Robert and his team and myself. And it says, Robert Davis, Louisiana.
Shreveport.
And it has his paramedic credentials, NREMT-P, CCEMTP. I only got 2 initials. So it's from Shreveport, Louisiana, anesthesia pain technician, interdisciplinary pain management center, Lawrenceville Regional Medical Center, June 2011 through March 2015. Always prepared, ever ready, and willing to serve. Your dedication to mission and your jambalaya has had a lasting impact on the clinic. And if you've ever had the jambalaya, it's a lasting impact.
Oh yeah, definitely a speech. As I'm not one for speeches, thank y'all very much. But yeah, my first encounter with anesthesia pain and the White family was Chin. as Ron pointed out, I was on a call. We were going. It wasn't a fire call, but it was a medical call. We were going light siren, whatever. And I had this. My phone rang, and I picked it up, and it was a German number. I was like, oh, it's either my aunt or someone calling me about this job. So I answered it, and it was Chin. And Chin's like, is this a bad time? And I'm like, oh no, this is a great time. Come to Germany. This is awesome time. And Chin's like, do you want to come to work at Lunchville? Can we talk to you about it? And I'm like, yes, please. She's like, are you sure this is a good time? I'm like, yes. This is great. Somebody else can wait. So,
Just the hardest thing I ever
it's okay. Some nitro every 5 minutes. So Chin talked to me, and we had a brief 3-4 minute conversation, and I told her I'll call you back. She said, okay, great. So I was happy when she said, when they expressed interest in me. So that was good for me. But I can't say enough for the team here, the family. This is one of the best teams that I've worked with in my life. So I can't say enough. I can't say enough for you people.
Why did you want to come back to Germany?
I wanted to come back to Germany for my family because I want to be with families. So.
And now you have another family.
Yeah. And Ron, you're the best boss I've ever worked for. You changed that. You weren't the best boss. Until probably.
I was so politically correct, it changed.
But I loved it. But I loved it. You weren't, no bullshit, no beat around the bush. Oh, you suck. Okay, great. Then I'll improve. So I love it. Thank you very much. Ron, you're the best boss ever. It's too much. Awesome.
I have something to say. Because these other hiring stories, I'm not real sure where that came from. I missed that part.
Well,
All I know is
and I called you
every other day, my phone
every
rang.
Friday. Every Friday.
I was done that. I would pick up my phone and look at Tara like, and she'd be like, Robert Davis from Shreveport, Louisiana. And he wants a job. And he called relentlessly.
I think that's the only reason I was hired. Because I called all the time.
Can we please just hire this guy? Sorry. Hey Tina, so what's going on? I really want to come work there. Oh, I'm at the gate.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what the fuck? I flew here, I drove there.
Then I'm looking across the little tiny office town, I'm like,
Somewhere on that table. Oh, there it is.
I am so glad you made it. And
Thanks,
when you
buddy.
did, I had you pictured, I talked to you a lot.
Yeah, you said totally different.
Like this old guy, like,
Old guy.
oh, I never looked at the age. I had you pictured this old guy, and then you walk in, I'm like, that's Robert Davis from Shreveport.
But you had my total resume. You had everything.
Yeah, in a pile somewhere.
Yeah. Amongst the Dr. White spreadsheets.
Exactly. Yeah, in between spreadsheets.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Tina, thank you. I love you.
I'll say something. real
Oh,
quick.
shit. Oh, here we go.
No, it's nothing bad. I've worked in the operating. I've worked in the operating room. I've worked in the ER. I've worked in a lot of places, and never have I worked with someone who I knew I could turn to and with a single glance look at, and he knew exactly what needed to happen and what needed to be done. And he probably knew better than I what needed to be done. And I trusted him, and I trusted his opinion for emergency situations with patients and with whatever else was going on. And I valued that, and I still value that a lot. So his expertise in the field is paramount, and that's where he shines. And so I'm sad to see him have left the pain clinic, but I'm excited for him in his new position and what he'll contribute in that arena. So thanks, Tim. Yeah.
So, I was here about a year before Tim, and it took me about a year to learn the X-ray fluoroscopy machine. It took me about a year to learn that and the images that the providers wanted, needed, and that on-job training was done over about 12 months. Tim could have taught that to me in maybe a month, but it took me that long to learn it. And as a paramedic, I was trained to, look at pneumos, hemo-pneumos, things like that. As far as a chest X-ray or something, the big things. But Tim really taught me the finer things. But it was sad that it was so late that you were hired.
So late, yeah.
But Tim really taught me well.